thinking about what you're going to get caught down there with. If you're late to Mega, that means that your opponent's in front of you with a railgun, potentially. And if they're in front of you with a railgun, then they're going to beat you to the LG. And they're going to have Mega. So you're dead. So, and actually, given where Vicious spawned, you know, it's a possibility where you might be able to get that Mega.
I wouldn't go for Mega with this spawn.
Yeah, it's kind of a gamble, but most people I ran into don't get a rail and rush Mega because they
right, no, but they're going to set up for a shot.
Earlier.
They're going to at least set up for a shot.
Definitely.
No, what I was talking about was the grenade launcher spawn. You know, like something up there. You know, if they're going to take their gamble, you know, and just say, fuck it, I'm going to go for Mega right off the start. You know, if they get that spawn that's right in front of the GL and drop down, they might beat you to it if you go for that yellow armor first. And then you don't have any weapons. They have a Mega, but they also have a grenade launcher, so they can fend you off from the LG probably. And then you have to back off. And I don't know. I mean, it's all kind of risk and it's difficult choices. But
yeah.
But I mean, this is why I love talking about this game so fucking much, because you know, honestly, different players are going to have totally different styles. So let's go ahead and play through this as if it were a regular game. Don't stop at any frag counts or anything.
3, 2, 1, fight.
Alright, so in this case, Vicious gets a great spawn because he's picked up both Mega, Red, and now a Yellow. So, you know, the Plasma played defensive by Tilter. That really was the only weapon that could have fended off Vicious. I think had he had anything else, Vicious could have just gone in strong, kept it close range, and gotten the frag. Now at this point, Vicious will be able to maintain control, and nice anticipation by Tilter to basically do enough damage to Vicious to kind of make him back off. And we see a nice double kill. Vicious gets the kill but also kills himself, so this thing remains at 0. Now we got both players on the recovery, so this is kind of an interesting thing here. Vicious was able to get a rocket start and laying a trap, and is able to pop his opponent enough to get him. I was about to say, when you're coming off of the red, you need to veer over to the right so that your head, as you jump, as you finish the strafe jump over towards the 25s, doesn't pop up into view. That's exactly what happened. And so Tilter gets first frag. He's really hurt here though. So you know, Vicious is actually considering he had enough health to RJ. I would have stuck around a little bit longer, assuming he could have eaten a rail, trying to get another shot at Tilter, assuming that he would go for the 25 near that teleporter near the railgun. And basically assume that he's going to want health and try to pop him as soon as he goes for an exit. But Tilter, though, has managed to survive long enough, eating that rail before the mega health pickup, so he needs to be careful here. This is kind of an obvious play, and yeah, nice switch up finally to the rail, but I would say that's a little bit late. In that situation, the rocket spam, it's a little bit too slow, and we've seen most of the damage go in Vicious's favor. Nice prediction of the pickup, and so now Tilter's really kind of screwed here, and Vicious can do whatever he wants to get the kill. And yeah, even though Vicious is low, he can survive so much more damage. And the main thing is whether or not you can survive a railgun, and before that rocket splash, Vicious could have. Again, a nice anticipation of the item pickup, basically Tilter's desire to live, and Vicious is playing off of it perfectly. So we're going to go watch Tilter, because he's now on the recovery, and great rockets, just amazingly aggressive rockets, and that will essentially keep Tilter in this game. I don't know about this choice. I might have done a little bit something. Yeah, I might have done a little bit something a little bit more defensive in this case, because now what Tilter needs to be worried about is being stuck here with no great way to pick this fight. And if he sticks around too long, then Vicious can do damage against him that Tilter cannot answer back. I mean, these rockets are going to take so long to travel that Vicious could stand there and strafe around them all day long. And probably only eat maybe, 30, 40 damage from Splash. Now, I would still say, I would say it's maybe this point, maybe not even quite, where I would say that Vicious has control of this map yet. He really doesn't. It's kind of shaky. Now, the fact that he's denied that plasma yellow armor, that might be sort of the tipping point where I'd say Vicious has gained control. Because at best, his opponent will have, let's see, yeah, he's got 50 armor. And there's not even health up on the board. Now, there should see a trade here. And actually, it looks like Vicious was waiting for the shot. And he's got a free Mega. And looks like he's doing a little mojo there. Tilter might be wise to it, though, given his position and hearing Vicious run away out of that room. So we'll see if he shows up on time. Now, in this case, what Tilter's done really well is not give away frags to Vicious. Essentially, he's picked fights that great rocket from Vicious and a follow-up rail. So now Tilter has no good options
5-minute warning.
other than just looking for survival. And I was about to say, if I were Vicious, I would be checking the back side of the map because there's really nowhere for Tilter to go. And so Vicious didn't get the kill, but he doesn't really have to because Tilter's not going to get any items. There's nothing that Tilter can challenge for in this situation. And yeah, Tilter was smart to get out of there, just barely, because I think that was a railgun coming out of Vicious in the hallway. I'm not quite sure. He was just switching to the weapon.
Yeah, it was a rail.
As luck would have it. Wow. Very interesting play. And both players are looking for that final shot. Now, really key there was that Tilter didn't get to the shotgun in time. Had he, we probably would have seen this thing a 3-1. But that being said, 4-0 in Vicious's favor. So far, well played by both. I think Vicious has just been able to do a little bit more unanswered damage. And he's had a little bit better luck with the items. Still, I wouldn't say is necessarily a very solid control yet. It's pretty good. But I wouldn't quite dub him a control freak yet. Nice recovery by Tilter. So I'm going to continue to watch Tilter because essentially...
2 minutes.
Oh, great. Great anticipation of the aggression from Vicious. And that's going to bring it within 2. Now with Plasma here, that's actually really strong because it's one of those few instances where Plasma used kind of offensively can really kick the living crap out of your opponent because of the tight quarters and the limited choices they have for movement. Now, okay, I don't know, maybe Vicious didn't know how much damage he had done to Tilter over time, but now with that Mega, that brought Tilter back into the game from 25 health. And we've seen this, that's twice now Vicious has tried to rocket jump and ends up eating about 150 damage immediately because that's a direct grenade hit plus the rocket jump. And that's anywhere between 150, 160, I would guess, in terms of damage. So may those grenades fly true, sir. All right. Nice close game here.